4 times the charm. Well, I guess we don't want that.
Hello, everyone, and a good evening if you're on the side of EU to the CGL EU playoff opponent picking stream. My name is Sam Tonks. Joining me, none other than the fantastic Geo. Geo, this is a fun little event that we have going on since we don't really have any games to play this week. Well, we're going to bring in players from their teams, representatives, so to speak, to talk and to pick their opponents in the upcoming playoffs, and we're gonna have some little powwows. We're gonna have some discussions. We're
Mhm.
even gonna try and get some rivalries brewing up.
Yeah, we might not have any Overwatch games, but maybe the mentality game, huh? Maybe the mental chess, trying to psych out opponents, choose the right ones. But yeah, this will be a little bit chill. Getting to know these teams a little, asking them some questions about their journey, and then poking the beehive a little bit. You got to stir up some chaos, right?
Well, what is Overwatch without chaos? It's kind of what the
Yeah.
game is built on, right? It's kind of let's just see what we can do and what's going to explode, basically, at the end of the day. So I think we've had enough of the introductions. I think we've talked long enough about what we could be expecting. But as you can see over here with the spreadsheet to our left, we have the EU Masters tier, the EU Console Open tier, and the EU PC Open tier. There's a lot that we have to go through. So it's
Hmm.
about time that we bring in our first individual to start discussing things. And this is actually going to be starting off with Pump Kings. They aren't going to pick anyone because they have a bye in their first round, but we still want to talk to them. We want to know how the season's been going for them, and we want to know just a pulse on how the team is feeling right now. And in fact, joining us is Thunderspark. So, Thunderspark,
Hey,
welcome. Hello. How are you doing, my friend?
fine, very fine. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, I'm
Cool.
excited to sit down and discuss some how the season's been going and some, of course, some Overwatch.
Yeah, yeah. This season was fantastic for us.
I
Yeah,
can tell.
I mean, you've
Everyone,
got you've got King in the name for a reason, right?
yeah, yeah. Everything was fine before Ushis come us to us and beat
Uh,
us. It was all fine. 3-0 every team, and then Ushi.
yeah. I guess that's my first question. What went on there? How did Ushi beat you? Did they get you on an off day, or did they hit you with something you weren't expecting? What went
No,
it?
no.
What went
We
down?
was we was on the main team. No substitutes. Nothing. They was better in calling. They was better in calling and organizing. They have a good comp. They played it
Okay.
well. It was after the patch with the tank nerfs with the passive, and
Right.
we have no answer of that. They were so good. They played it very well. On the Dorado, we was speechless. How they win this, and then we knew it. It was Palos. Palos uh, beat us every time he killed my hit scan Fitzy. He's a very good player. Our
Hmm.
key player in this match, and he was stiffed probably, and we
Oof.
can't do anything
It makes
because
sense.
Um.
then
Yeah, it just makes things difficult, right? And so
yeah,
it sounds like the team has learned the lesson. So if you have to go up against Ushi's daycare again, rematch happens potentially. You gonna be ready
yeah,
for it?
yeah. We're doing already our props for Ushit. We're screaming now 4Ks. After before of that, we're screaming 3K, 3.8K, and now 4K
Okay.
for Ushit
Ooh,
because we knew we beat every other team. But Ushi is another level
ooh, another level.
of
Oh,
So
another.
you've upped the ante. So Zushi. So there's a lot of stake there in that. I think that's probably the top rivalry then of the
Yes,
Masters
yes.
tier. I assume, is there any other teams that concern you, or is it just Ushi's?
No, no. One team, Munich Esports, has giant. Their first map is always a struggle. They almost beat us in the first map in the tournament and also in the CGL as well. After that, it was very one-sided for us.
so it's just
Okay,
getting
so
past that, yeah, that initial
Yeah,
map hump and then
yeah.
smooth sailing from that point on.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
all right. So you talked a little bit about how that match happened after the kind of change to tanks and that. Partway through the playoffs, there is going to be another patch. Is going to be the season 10 patch. Is that something you guys are concerned about, or do you think you'll be better at adapting to the new patch when it happens?
It was a little bit downside. We scrimming at the new Mauka Cup in Tuesday. The new patch comes out, and we was at start with 0 progress. We played
Right.
then our comfort pick with Ram, May, Solj, Lucio, Moira, and it
Mhm.
was good. Not great, but it was good.
All right. And what about season 10? Because that's coming up in a couple days.
Yeah.
Is that something you're worried about?
Not at all, because nothing's will change drastically. Maybe Venture is a good pick for May or something, but not much. The tanks are the same. No nerfs right now. A little bit Reinhardt buff, Jungle Queen buff, but not much what we
Okay.
care.
Fair
All
enough.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that confidence, Geo. I like,
Yeah.
it's not who cares? The changes coming in. Nah, nah. Pumpkins are still going to be the king sitting at the top of their throne. So Thunderspark, all of this coalescing now into the playoffs. The team is obviously feeling ready, looking forward to everything. You're going to have this first round bye. Are we going to see Pumpkins in the grand finals?
Probably. We
Ooh,
want the rematch. The rematch from Ushi against Pumpkin.
well, that's the.
All right.
I'm digging that rivalry
I
so
want
much.
that too.
We want it.
It's gonna be like blood in the water, man. That's what we're
Yes.
looking for, right? These kind of grudge matches that come back around. So hopefully we'll get a taste of that
Yeah.
sometime in the playoffs. And I don't have any doubt in my mind that it's gonna be there eventually. But I think
I,
that'll
I
unless you
suppose,
have any more
yeah.
questions, Gio.
Well, I think we've kind of covered like the main things. Ushi's daycare definitely the rival. An eye out for Munich esports. In terms of like this season, something I'm gonna like to ask most people: what do you think Pumpkins has improved the most on? What do you think you've got better at throughout this season of CGL?
That's a heavy question. Probably our communication. Our communication gets better and better, but not much. Be learning about more our Brawl com to adapt to other comms.
Right,
All right.
If
right.
that was our favorite, that we improved in Brawl.
Okay. All right. Well, being able to improve on the communication aspect is one of the biggest things, especially when it comes to a team game like this. And even if it is minute improvements, those add up over time. And yeah, I think for the most part, we've obviously seen that come to fruition in how Pumpkins has been doing and just how well that the team has been playing. And an obvious uh, evidence in front of us when we see how the bracket and how everything has been looking for this team. But Thunderspark, we really do appreciate you coming on. Before we let you go, is there any shout outs that you want to give or anything that you want to say?
Mm, I want to say that baby Jesus need to step up their game. I want to see more from baby Jesus.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh, we just got a gauntlet thrown down. We just got the gloves thrown down. Thunderspark, that is one way to end out an interview, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you that I can come.
Gio,
Have
My
a
lord.
have a
we
nice day.
you have a nice
You
day as well,
too.
my
You
friend.
too.
Gio, not even the first interview, and we already have blood ready to be spilled.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be exciting, and those are teams that have some clear rivals. And talking of,
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Joining us now is, hey, we talked about them. Pumpkins was hyping them up. And so now we have Maury Ricks from Ushi's Daycare. Now, Maury, first of all, welcome. Really glad to have you joining us here on the
Thanks for having us.
broadcast. You were just called out though, like right. The team Ushi's Daycare was talked a lot about Pumpkins. Obviously, you gave them a smackdown in the previous season before we got into the playoffs. And they're looking now towards beating you guys. Is that actually going to happen?
All I'm gonna say, we're on the hot head already. We're gonna be prepping as well, and yeah, we're confident.
Ooh, very confident.
We're gonna go for the three-peat there.
Three-peat. See, this is the kind of confidence I live for. This
Yeah.
is what gives me energy to stay alive throughout the centuries, I guess you could say. Gio, any questions though to start us off with here?
I mean, yes, we talked a little bit about them, but in terms of the competition, you don't get to pick an opponent because you've already got the bye. Other than Pumpkins, or you can talk about Pumpkins more if you want. What other teams in the playoffs are you concerned about, or are you not concerned about?
To be honest, the team I was the most concerned about were Ryusei Cosmic because they were the only ones to beat us in the second half of the season. And now they finished 7th, so we're feeling good. We've been spending our time prepping, not only one trick in one comp, and preparing for the others.
Okay, all right. So once again, we're seeing just how comfortable Ushi's daycare is now that they don't have to worry about the team that beat them being in this playoffs, nor knowing that you have also dealt with the rest of the competition pretty handedly. But we are looking at future prospects here, right? Especially with season 10 and right around the corner. So Maury, any worries going on when you think about some of the future changes that we have?
I mean, obviously you never know what comes, right? So anything might happen, but after playing Wench a bit, they seem quite balanced, and I think when it comes to new changes, as the Mauga patch has shown, like when big meta shakeups happen, our coaches just seem to be the smartest there, not gonna lie. So I'm confident they will pull us through this.
I love the
Even if we
confidence in
don't
the
figure it
coaching
out, they
lineup.
will.
Yeah, I love the confidence in your coaches. You got to respect the coaches on the team. Yeah. So in terms of your coaches, in terms of your team, looking back throughout this season, it's been pretty successful. There's been some bumps in the road, though. What do you think the team has improved the most on?
I think the thing we've improved the most on has to be like the hive mind mentality of like getting everyone on the same page. For example, like I think every match we won against Pumpkins was like us kiting a lot of their win cons, for example, just speeding out together and just not taking damage from it. And then like the push and pull stuff. I think that's what we're like the best at the moment in this bracket.
Okay. And is there anything that, as a team, especially that you're looking towards trying to improve upon, trying to get better at, looking especially towards the playoffs?
Ooh, everything, to be honest, right? Always something to learn from. But at the moment, we won the first half of the season with like pretty much a queen comp, and now we're looking to diversify our portfolio and to have something in the pocket when the opponent throws something new at us.
Okay. Now, I know you're not picking any team right now, obviously, since you have that first round bye. But if you did have a choice out of the opponents that you're going up against right now, who would you choose?
That's tough. I think I'm gonna go with Royal Dogs here since they were the team we played last.
Right.
So if we imagine them like prepping for us again, they would have the least amount of time.
Ooh.
Mm.
That's a kind of strategy that you don't think about, right, Gio?
Yeah, that's that kind of mental chess I was talking about. Yeah, and prep time is definitely something because something that you guys have having a buy is you can watch the match that happened if it gets streamed, and you can get that information as well. So you've got a little bit more prep time as well, and every little matters when it comes to the playoffs because that's when it's time to really dig down and lock in.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Maury, we've kept you on long enough, I think, my friend. But before we let you go, is there any shout outs that you want to give or any challenges to the other teams that you wish to issue?
I think challenges, we're fine. We've beaten everyone this season, so we're good. But shoutouts to, of course, it happens to be the birthday of our amazing flex support Seppi today.
Ooh.
Oh,
And of course, you gotta vote Palos for MVP. It's the only
Right.
reasonable choice.
Right. Only reason. Okay. Wait. Okay. So, birthday. How old are they?
I'm gonna say 20.
That's a reasonable age. That's good.
Please
Reasonably.
don't beat me,
That's,
Seki,
that's
if
an
I got
S
this wrong
tier
by like a
age.
year.
That's reasonable. That's pretty good. I'd give that. Ew. Our producer just suggested singing "Happy Birthday" on stream.
I will say happy birthday, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to sing it.
Is that song copyrighted too? When we get like a copyright strike?
Actually, yes, it is.
Yeah. So.
Your sound designer maybe hate you afterwards.
Yeah. Headrammer trying to get the stream shut down. It's okay. Anyways, Maury, thank you so much once again for joining us. Really looking forward to seeing how Ushi's Daycare is going to do in the playoffs. And like I told Thunderspark earlier, if we do have that rematch against the Pumpkins, I know that's a match that I'm keeping my eyes on.
Thank you. See you soon then.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Gio, this is
So
this is-
spicy already.
Yeah, I know. This is getting very spicy. And we're only going to keep the spice going even further because now we're actually going to get into the opponent picking
Yes.
portion of the broadcast. Our first two teams that we talked to, they're too good. They've having the buys. But now we have with us none other than Bipolar Bear from Plate Group. So Bipolar Bear, first of all, welcome. Really great to have you on the stream. How you feeling, my friend?
I'm feeling pretty good, you know. I was pretty intimidating. I have the lights are in my eyes on stream. Like, yeah, I could ruin my career as a professional at any moment here. But I mean, you know, I'm ready to go. I'm locked in.
We got
follow my adult career, okay? So I mean, you gotta be careful, you know.
Listen, when you're with us, you don't really have to be so careful, right?
I'm kidding. I'm being kidding, right?
Well, okay, so you're actually going to be our first team that is going to pick their opponent. So
Yeah.
this is
Starting off with
the-
that.
yeah, we're starting off with your team. So
Oh
there's
my.
a lot of
Ooh.
pressure specifically on you. You're going to be the one to set the tempo. You're going to be the one to set everything to start us off here right now. So, Bipolar Bear, it is time. Who is the team that you're going to be choosing? It is either Munich Esports Celestial or LNX Army.
Yeah, so we have talked about this. Obviously, we're going to be picking Munich. We really do think that they're probably the worst team, right? They've lost their most recent match against LNX, they're the bottom tier team. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is like maybe their DPS like learn how to turn on their monitors, which has been like a bit of an issue for them so far. But I mean, so far it's been feeling pretty good.
What is going? Holy cow!
Wow, we are swinging.
Now, not only are we swinging here, Gio, but we have brought in a Munich Esports representative, the Munich Esports Celestial representative, Croshy, to come and defend. Bipolar Bear just called your team probably the worst in the bracket.
Yeah, I'd say it's a bad take. But we lost to LNX Army on like the Mickey Mouse patch with Morga, and we like prepped it during the game. We like was trial by fire. We didn't scrim the patch, and like it was really unlucky because next day there was like the hotfix. So we played the game on the most unlucky day. So I'd argue we're not the worst team right now.
Okay, all right. So we got the defense. We've got the firing back here. Gio, can you feel the tension in the air? It's like,
Sustained. Yeah, I feel like I'm in like Judge Judy or something right now. But yeah, very, very fiery star. I guess I'm gonna throw out some questions, just kind of general. Maybe we'll ease the tension a little. First up for Plate Group. Overall, looking back on this season and now up to the playoffs, how has the season lived up to the expectations you had for it?
It's been alright. I mean, we're a relatively new team, so we didn't really know what to expect. We didn't know if we were going to be like all these teams were going to be like Smurf GM teams and like stomping, which is the case in some other tournaments. But that hasn't been really an issue. There haven't been any teams that have been like Smurfs or anything. It's been feeling pretty good. I mean, we didn't have any tournament experience, so going into like tournament matches was like really weird for us, especially the
Okay.
streamed ones. Where you see, you know, a couple players like bring up on their Twitch streams, you know, the streams. Maybe not great for our performance in games, but other than that, I think we probably lost some matches that we shouldn't. We probably have a tendency to troll maps that we shouldn't when we're up, which probably isn't great. But overall, feeling pretty good.
I mean, it'd be amazing if in your first tournament you win. So I guess that'd be a story if you make it to the finals and win that.
I couldn't agree more. That would be just kind of like setting the mark on there. And so now we are going to touch over here with Croshy. Croshy, there's a brand new season about to come out with a whole host of changes along with them. Do you think this may give your team the advantage, or is it something that's gonna have the growing pains?
Mm, we already got like a player very interested in venture, so we look into that. But I don't think there will be a lot of change with the new patch.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it seems like our season 10 patch Geo is unaffected. Our teams are unaffected. They're like, okay, it's
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, to be fair, one of the changes is ball, and ball's not been better for so long that people are just like, nah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, who cares?
And who cares that they're buffing Shatter? If it's not that Suzu doesn't affect it, it doesn't matter what they do to Shatter. Like truly and honestly. But yeah, season 10 doesn't seem to be on their minds so much. Okay, so we've talked about what team you've chosen, and we've talked about Munich's response. So, a question for the two of you, and we'll start on the playgroup side of things. What team, if you could say, is like what one team out of Pumpkins and Ushi's Daycare are you seeing as more of the threat there at the top echelon of the playoffs?
Oh, easily Pumpkins, right? I think Ushis have a problem where like they've had a lot of success playing like the Queen comp only. They've had success playing like that one comp, so I don't really have a lot of faith in them on any other comp. And that comp isn't like super good in the meta right now. Also, I think Palos is like a really good player. I think he probably is going to get the MVP, probably deserves it. But I mean, like, I watched a couple of their matches and I saw him swap off Echo and Genji, and I had to take like a cold shower afterwards. Like, it hurt me seeing that gameplay. So I mean, but like Pumpkins are like an actual real team. I don't think they have. I mean, I feel like everyone at the tournament has to come away from the Pumpkins match getting like 3-0'd like we did, but not remembering like a single player because no one has any like outstanding players. But they do have like really good teamwork and coordination. So we're mostly looking to them for like the playoffs, I think.
Oh my goodness. And Croshy, what about yourself?
Yeah, I'd also say Pumpkins. They have like the best team play, probably most coordination. They also have a great tempo when it comes to playing really fast. And the game we played against Ushi's Daycare was like, I'd say a lot more close during all maps than it was to Pumpkins. So it was a long time ago, but I'd say Pumpkins is more dangerous.
Oh, all right. You've heard it here. Pumpkins continuing to be the ones to keep an eye on. Even our teams across the board are giving them a little bit of concern. So far, the only one that doesn't really seem to mind is Ushi's Daycare. But hey, Bipolar Bear and Croshy, thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate having you here. We're going to go ahead and let both of you go so we can bring in our next two teams to talk it out with each other. And we pretty much know how this is going to go since Bipolar Bear has already chosen Munich Esports as their target.
Yeah.
But still, Gio, I mean, we got our first smack talk and we got it all going down right now. You know, two teams really getting a chance to go at each other.
Yeah, we have seen Pumpkins and Ushi Daycares throw stones at each other from across the VC and now Playgroup and Munich Esports. But we are now joined with the two players because we do already know what Royal Dogs do need to choose. That is going to be LNX Army. So what we'll start with is Royal Dogs thinking about. Is this the team you would have chosen, or would you have preferred to choose Munich Esports?
LMX Army. Well, last time we've met, it wasn't like one-sided match, but it wasn't like predictable match. Well, the reason why our team has joined this tournament was to check itself how far we progressed in progress of 1 year where we are playing. And well, no offense, but we will definitely pick the harder team.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Now, Arasaria from LNX Army. You know, I think I remember week one very fondly and how we were completely doubting LNX Army. And then they came up and showed their true force against Ryusei Cosmic. And that kind of turned us into believers on the desk, especially. Ruined our pick'ems, by the way. Our predictions were in shambles. The desk was on fire. So, are you looking to continue that energy going forward into the playoffs, especially since you're going to be taking on Royal Dogs first place?
Yeah, I do think we will try at least to carry on from what we had in week 2 when we absolutely crushed all the predictions. Yeah. Last
I
time we
blame
met,
Spectrum for that, by the way.
last time we met Royal Dogs, it was like kind of just their comp, surprising us so much that we just did not know how to react against that. So we're definitely preparing better this time, and yeah, trying to get a win.
Good to know.
Preparation is the name of the game going on here, and I'm
I just love this setup that we have the teams literally just talking to each other. It's like a UFC face-off for gamers. But for both teams, and we'll start with Royal Dogs. Looking at your expectations from the start of the season, how have they compared to the reality?
Well, like me personally, I was like, all right, let's try this. Let's see how it's gonna go. And probably fell out in first round. And yet, well, we're here. And for me personally, it's success in itself. But we are not stopping here. We're definitely gonna fight for more.
Ooh, I like that. I really do like that.
Oh
Once
yes.
again, it's the show of force Royal Dogs is ready to put out. So, Arasaria, we want to talk about how your season and how things you have felt have been going in the EU Masters tier for CGL.
Yeah, so I would actually say we just met our expectations or went a bit above our expectations when we first saw the schedule and saw that we were initially the only team that did not have a bye week. We were expecting kind of an 0-8 streak, so we did not expect to win a single match. Then week 2 happened, and yeah, we're definitely above our expectations, especially when thinking about we had our main support, Stella. He has renamed from the name that was not spoken during the cast now to a more pronounceable name. He was with us for like 2 weeks when the season started, and we have been together for like 1 month before the tournament started. Or the core has been together for 1 month, and had Baby Jesus come in for week 2 since we had to kick one of our players after week 1 due to him just being LGBTQ hostile.
Ooh.
And we did not want to support that kind of behavior.
No, totally understandable. No, I mean, good on your team for doing that, and of course, making sure to keep everything fair, equal, and the a place for everyone to feel safe and welcomed in. And I know that we're really excited to watch both Royal Dogs and LNX Army go up in the playoffs when they do start. Again, a big thank you to both of you for joining us on the broadcast. I know that we're incredibly excited to dive into it and see just how these two teams are going. Before we let you go, though, we're going to start off with you, Royal Dogs. Any shout outs that you want to give? Any shout outs?
Is that a no?
What about yourself, R? Sorry, any shout outs?
Well, I mean, Palace has always already been mentioned a lot for his performance during the season. I do think Pumpkins had a really incredible season so far. Yeah,
All
not
right.
much else to say there. Or
All right.
especially Ryusei with that upset victory against Daycare. I think is something that gets under the table a lot.
I would have loved to see Ryusei Cosmic in the playoffs to see if more of that magic could happen.
Hopefully in another season,
season,
here, Gio.
next
Yeah,
season.
next season. But a big thank you to Royal Dogs and LNX Army for joining us on the broadcast. We are very eager to get into your matchup when it does happen. But that is going to be it for the EU Masters tier, everyone. As we now step into the EU Console Open tier, Gio. But man, the EU Masters tier, they are ready to go. They are primed and locked in.
Yeah, this will be an interesting eyes to see, who's the most spicy out of all of it. Is it the Masters EU players? Is it console open players? Or is it PC open players? We'll certainly find that out throughout the stream. Headrammer's saying it's going to be the console players.
Oh, Eridax, can you back that up from AFMT? We
Uh,
we're looking for heat. We're looking for drama. We're looking for someone throwing the punches. Okay.
I mean, you've come to the right guy with that one.
Oh, oh my goodness! I'm so excited for this. So, welcome. First of all, really glad to have you join us. You
Thank you.
are going to be picking your opponent now. You have a lot of choices. Now, you're going to be technically the second team, but the first in the EU console open tier. So, Eridax, it is all eyes on you, my friend, and your team. Who is your opponent for the playoffs?
We're gonna pick EMC Orpheus. I mean, from the bottom seed teams, it doesn't really matter who we pick. I'm just gonna pick Orpheus because I don't know, they have a lot of players who think they're good when they're not really that good. So
Oh my god. Not even a minute into the console open tier. And we're getting these statements. Oh, I love it. I love it. Eridax, now before we bring in our EMC Orpheus representative, I do want to talk to you about how the season has been going. I do want to talk to you about how you felt everything has been for your team.
yeah, so the season's gone well. So I think we're 7-0, right? And we
Doesn't get
won
much
the
better than that.
mid-season tournament. So the season has gone quite well. When it comes to what we're expected to do in playoffs is just win, really. Like, I don't really see another team doing anything against us, other than potentially MME, but
Untouchable. This
pretty
team
much untouchable, yeah.
This team is untouchable, and they're looking to continue the streak. Gio, I mean, with a record like that, it's hard to argue with, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear as day. You're undefeated. You're undefeated, and I'm sure you guys are planning on keeping that up all the way to the playoffs. I'd say in that case, even though you are undefeated, is there a team or set of teams that concerns you the most in the playoffs?
I mean, there are only two good teams in EU, and that's my team and MME. So MME will meet them in the finals, I guess. But that's just to be expected.
Good lord, I love it. I
Fair
love
enough.
it.
Fair enough.
Everything is just turned and dialed to 11 when you get to the console open tier. Now we have Bardo from ENC Orpheus here to defend their honor and their team's honor. Now, Bardo, you're going up against AFMT, number one team in the EU console open tier. What are the emotions feeling like right now?
I mean, it's not something I'm worried about. It's a team we've faced lots of times before. I've not got too many high expectations, but I mean, it's always fun to have a challenge against those guys. They have a pretty decent roster. We've had a bit of a poor season, I think, but you never know. Underdogs sometimes pull through, so yeah, we'll just focus on our game and see what happens.
Right. You did talk about touch on a little bit of the season, but I want to try and expand on that a little bit more. I mean, all in all, has the season gone the way that you expected it was going to, or are there things that you're looking towards, especially in the future, towards trying to improve, especially going into the playoffs?
The season sort of started off okay, and then slowly took a bit of a decline. We lost quite a big chunk of our central unit to some of the other teams during like roster locks. So we've just sort of been picking up the pieces for the back half of the season. We're pretty confident as a unit and sort of just trying to rebuild ourselves with what we've got left. But obviously that's a bit tough losing some of the synergy and some of the bigger names that we felt a bit more comfortable having on the team.
All right. You talk about you losing that synergy. Over the course of this season, what would you say that this squad has improved on the most then?
I would say after losing the players, just like we've flown like back into a rhythm pretty nicely, quite quickly. We've sort of started to see there's a lot more individual places where we can improve, whereas previously we just sort of weren't acknowledging any of our faults. So everybody's working on their own game individually, and then with each week that goes by, we sort of, we just improve as a unit because everybody's been working on their own game.
Now, Eridax, I want to come back over to you real quick and sort of start asking you the same question. I mean, right, you're undefeated, but there had to have been something that could have been improved upon in the season, right? There has to be.
So our main issue, like at the start especially, was the fact that we didn't really have a solid main support player. We had me, who played Lucio a lot, but I'm not really flexible on the other heroes. But now that we've gotten one of probably, if not the best main support on console on our team, we should be like more than happy to win the whole tournament, to be honest.
Again, all of the proof is right in front of us. Everything that we've seen out of even just looking at the records alone definitely lends itself to that. So I want to say a big thank you to Eridax and to Bardo from AFMT and EMC Orpheus, respectively, for joining us on the broadcast. This is, Gio, I think, going to be no less than a nuclear bomb going off when we talk about the EU console open tier.
Yeah. Good luck to both of you, and good luck to
Thank you.
AFMT trying to keep that
Awesome.
undefeated streak.
Of course.
But yes, my God, the spice! Imagine knowing that you're about to be in a VC with the team and say that they need to turn their monitors on. Good Lord, they were not holding back. We're not holding back at all.
You don't get this out of anything else in the world or any other production. I swear, this is the kind of things that will give somebody life later on down the line. And so now we move over into our next team, MME Overwatch, where they actually had some what I would say I guess good compliment from AFMT. Eridax gave them one of the only two good teams in EU, Gio.
I mean, is it a compliment? Is it backhanded to say, yeah, the only other good? Like, I don't know exactly, but I'm looking forward to talk to them and discuss, maybe where their season could have improved. But hello, Leo from MME. It is now your turn to decide your opponents. Opponents already been chosen by FMT, so Orpheus are off the table.
I saw.
Now,
should I be picking a team?
Yes, out of the three options that you have, which one does your team of MME Overwatch want to go up against?
It's hard to see on my screen, but
okay.
I'm pretty sure the name is Scum Squad.
Scum Squad. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah. Leo, before we get into the smack talk, what's the reasoning behind Scum Squad? Was it just we already got Invicta in here. We're not wasting any time bringing in the Scum Squad. But Leo, justification, is it you want to go up against Scum Squad? You think it might be the easiest choice? Do they need to turn their monitor? I don't like what's going on here.
Well, one team was already picked, and then another team is my very good friend is on that team, so I didn't want to pick them either. So it was between two of the two others. So I just picked one.
Friendship has saved one team from the wrath of MME Overwatch. I can't believe that. Invicta, now you're going up as to what I'm slapping on the back of the box, one of the only two good teams in EU console open tier. How does that make you feel, first of all?
I'm not nervous, to be honest. I have full confidence going into this. I'll do my bits as support. I'm a support player, as you might know, and I'll just do my bits. That's all I need to do.
Right.
And I'm confident.
I mean, that's all you can do at the end of the day, right? Sometimes. And that kind of forward thinking, I think, is going to help out a lot for your team. So, Leo, we'll go back to you real quick. I want to talk about the MME season and how the team has felt like it's gone, and if things have gone according to plan.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't drop a single map in the normal season, so couldn't really have gone better.
I agree. It couldn't not much better. Does AFMT make you nervous though, looking at them?
Their team's good, but I'm not nervous.
Goodness gracious, this nerves of steel out of this tier. I swear to
Yeah,
God.
I'm fully confident. I've won many CGLs before. This is nothing new.
Nothing new.
Oh,
Another day in the
He's
office.
another
experience.
day in the office.
What about yourself, Invicta? How's the season gone? For Scum Squad, how have you felt that everything has been going? Has everything lived up to you and your team's expectations?
Well, to be honest, I mean personally, I didn't have the highest expectations going in, as like I haven't played in a little bit because you know, I just have stuff, life and everything. But with Lucio kind of being in meta here, and then there was a Mauga meta, and just Lucio being one of the best supports is, you know, he's my favorite support. So it's just kind of been it's been fine for me, and I think as Scum Squad, we've really brought it up in the past few weeks, just because we had those like little bit of growing pains at the start. But I think, to be honest, we're all the way up now.
This is the kind of confidence building that I need to learn from all of these teams, Gio. I'm gonna drop it in your hands for a second here, buddy. Take some questions away.
Yeah, in terms of like looking forward now, you've got the season 10 patch coming up. You've got the fact that it's the playoffs where it's double elimination, so you do have a little bit of a safety net, but still, you know, those losses mean everything more. How does this playoff shape up for you? In terms of like the future, how far do you think you can get? And I'll start with Invicta for Scum Squad.
Well, to be honest, seeing our first match against MME is a bit it's a bit nervous, but like at the end of the day, you can only do your best, and like, you know, we're gonna put our best foot forward. We're gonna try our best. If we lose 3-0, sure we lose 3-0, but maybe we'll bring it back. Maybe we'll reverse sweep. Maybe we'll win 3-0. You never know, like kind of a thing.
Yep. Absolutely. And MME, Leo, what's your expectations? I imagine you're expecting to get to the grand finals, but against AFMT, what's your expectations? Are your expectations here to just go in and win it again, another day in the office, clean sweep?
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to drop a single map this year.
Oh my gosh. Okay. No, that is meteoric goals. But
Yes.
I mean, this is MME that we're talking about here. So, Gio, I'm not gonna be surprised if it actually does happen. A big thank you, though, to both Invicta and Leo for joining us on the broadcast. This has been, once
Thank
again,
you.
one of the most entertaining discussions that we've been having so far. And it's been a great pleasure to have the two of you on here.
Good luck.
No problem. Thanks a million.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
And you.
Have a good day, lads.
Gio, I need to take a lesson from these teams. I think I need to like, if you could distill the confidence from one of them, you could probably sell it for $1 million.
Yeah, like
Or,
I think my self talk. I've done a lot of work on my self talk, but like I think I have some steps to go to get the level of confidence that we've seen and heard today.
it's on another it's on a whole another dimension, it feels like. And so now we have joining us Lemon from the team Oblivion. Now, Lemon, we've had our first two teams pick their opponents, EMC Orpheus and Scum Squad. That is AFMT and MME Overwatch making their choices. And so now your team gets to choose from either Meow or Bliss Legion.
I think we'll take Bliss Legion.
Okay. Oh, taking Bliss Legion. Now,
Quick.
yeah, there was no, like, was that already locked in? Were you just like, yeah, Bliss Legion?
Yeah, that was fairly confident now. That's what we decided going into the pick and stream.
Now, what's the justification and the reasoning behind choosing Bliss Legion?
They're 8th place out of the 8 seeds. That was it.
That's
Fair
pretty.
enough.
Yeah. Okay.
you,
All
you
right.
can't say much against it.
I can't. I mean, what am I going to say to that, right, Gio? Nothing. That's what I'm going to say. So we have now joining us the Bliss Legion representative, Kill the Hog. Now, Kill the Hog, what is your response to, you're the 8th seed. This seems like a slam dunk here for Team Oblivion. What's going on? How's the emotions feeling? May be a little overwhelming, honestly. Oh, there we go. Hold on.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was a few technical difficulties. To be fair, we expected going into this to not like really do too much, but one thing's for sure, even though we are 8th, I don't actually think it will be as much of a slaughter as people think. It might be. I don't really know at the end of the day, but if people go into it too confident, it could come back to bite them potentially.
Ooh, okay.
Basically saying, no, do not overlook us, or you might get caught. Fair enough. So for Oblivion, your top 3 seed. So you've done pretty well in the console open tier here. How has the season lived up to those initial expectations you had for Oblivion?
Fairly in line with expectations. We came second in the mid-season tournament, fairly good finish, and then the regular season's been a bit of a coaster. I think we had to forfeit a game against MME, who'd be the only challenging opponent we've had to play in the regular season so far. But then, other than that, it's just been 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. So we've not really had any challenges by that in the finals against AFMT. Just fairly in line with expectations.
Keeping it by the book, keeping it all above board, right?
Strong expectations, yeah.
Yeah. Now for Kill the Hog and Bliss Legion, right? Not quite, I guess, the seeding that you were hoping for, but I mean, you're here, you're in the playoffs, and I'm to me that shows that there is that sort of level of your own expectations of how the season has been going.
Fair. I'm probably as surprised as most people when I say our team's effectively in the playoffs. But yeah, our season and just any wins and just to take a few maps off some decent teams were the main expectations going in. We weren't going into this expecting to fully win and wipe the floor over everyone. But considering it's the first for our team being in the open tier, it could have been much worse. But we're here and we'll try to stay here as long as possible.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with those kind of expectations.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong, I think, for how we are also going to be expecting to see how this matchup is going to go when the playoffs themselves start. So a big thank you to Lemon from Oblivion and Kill the Hog for Bliss Legion for giving us your time and joining us on the broadcast. Give us some of these entertaining little tidbits.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep,
Good
thanks
luck
for
to both
having
of you.
us.
All right.
That top 3 of this tier is looking very contested, and all 3 of them looking very confident.
Yeah, again, when you have these levels of ideas of what you're going to be doing in the broadcast, not even just the broadcast, but the playoffs, it's unreal. So we're on our final team. Smelvin Industries, their representative now is joining us. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
It's NAO.
NAO. Silly me. My apologies. Now, NAO, I'm going to be honest with you. You have one team to pick from, but I'm still going to let you pick them, okay? Who is your team that you choose?
Meow. It's the only team I can pick. But also, they were going to be one of the teams I picked anyway, because in these early stages, I don't think any of the lower bracket teams they're not very good, okay? So you just want to make it as quick as you possibly can, and I think we could probably beat these guys in half an hour, maybe in 3 maps, probably. So it just saves a bit of time getting to pick this team, so it's not that end of the world.
Oh my gosh.
It said right to their face also.
Yeah, so we have the representative in here, Gio. From Meow, empathy, what do you have to say to that?
I mean, considering their roster changes every week, I don't even know what's going to go on. So I don't even know. Hopefully, I heard they do rush as well. So if my team just simply does better, then they can try beating us in 30 minutes. I hope. Good luck. I mean,
Yeah, if you play well, you might get 40 minutes. So let's hope that for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I feel like yeah, this is like the ringside seats that we got here, Gio, before the actual event even starts. We're getting the pre-show fight out of the way. So I'm gonna calm things down for a second here. I'm gonna put a little bit of ice on the coals that are flaming and fuming right now. So we'll start off with you, NAO and Smelvin Industries. Now the season, we're about to enter the playoffs, so I want to ask how the season has been for you and your team, and if it's been living up to your expectations.
Well, like at the start of the season, going in with the roster, I thought it was quite bad personally, and I thought we'd get like 5th or 6th maybe if we're lucky, because a lot of the players were like quite bad. I mean, I didn't pick them at the time, to be honest. It wasn't really my doing. But as it's gone on, kind of cut the fat off and improved basically like everywhere. So I'm a lot more confident now. It's gone a lot better. Like we've lost 2 league games on console and PC, and it was in the first. We haven't lost it. It was match week 3 we lost, and since then, like I think only 2 of the players from that are on the roster still because they weren't good enough. Like they weren't good enough either. I'm not gonna say the names because but as the season's gone on, we've progressively got better. And there's 2 teams, and what like think, oh, they might beat us if they're lucky, of course. And that's AFMT and MME. Like Oblivion, they're not good enough. Orpheus, we took all their best players, and I don't actually, I can't remember the other team's names to be honest. Like that's what I'm gonna say. Like, so
Good lord.
yeah, I'm pretty confident.
I am in shock and awe right now, Gio. I'm barely able to get the words out. So instead, I'm gonna switch over to the Meow team, Empathy. How has the season been going on for yourself? And my question: do you remember some of the other opponents that you've got their own names?
Not really, to be honest. But the season's been going well, considering it's like my team's first like CGL. This is like we've just made the team like a few months ago, and it's our first CGL, so like it's been going pretty well. Like we're considering like Smelvin Industries has been doing this for quite a while, and we're right underneath them, is showing that it is going pretty well for us. So yeah.
And so I got one more question, and this is for both teams. You can answer it in any order. Are you guys gonna have the timer going on at the same, like the speed run timer?
No,
Seeing if this.
No, it won't be a timer. It'll be. I'll just tally up the match time, and I'll let you guys know.
Tally up.
Tally up the time. So this is like not even just trying to beat the team anymore. This is trying to beat the time. Oh no, Gio, what have I done?
Well, we don't try to beat a time. It just happens because of the teams we're against. Oh, the skill level is so dramatic. There's just like we don't need to try intentionally to go quick. We just beat them.
It's
okay, I'll
easy
try.
saying that when we do Rush, you know what I mean? Like when you just play Rush 24/7, I guess it goes well for you, you know? So well, like oh well. I won't really complain if we do lose anyway. at least it's my first CGL, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's also my first CGL. So,
Is it your team's first CGL though?
Second, and the roster's completely different to the first one.
Yeah, there we go.
Gio, I think this
guys.
might be I think this might be the spiciest matchup that we've had so far. The spiciest pick 'em.
Suddenly, I have a match I need to watch. Suddenly, I want this one to be broadcast. Yeah, claws out from both Smelvin Industries and Meow. Good luck to both of you in this matchup and in the playoffs, and thanks for talking with us.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Follow Big Nan is Amazing on twitch.tv. That's the last thing I gotta say. That's what I gotta say. Best Twitch streamer in the whole of England. It's not me, but go follow him.
Respect. All right, there you go. All right. Thank you to that Smell. I mean, okay, Empathy, Meow, we got to give you an opportunity to shout someone out. So anyone that you want to give?
Leo, thank you for saving my team.
All right, there we have it. We have we got our shout outs. We got the swords being drawn and crossed, and now we have a matchup on our hands, and that is going to be it for the EU console open tier. Thank you to Empathy and NAO from Meow and Smelvin Industries, respectively, for joining us. Geo, yeah, Headremmer was not kidding when they were talking about the EU console open tier. This is I thought we had seen some crazy shenanigans
Yes.
before, but this is completely different.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen it all in PC, but I guess I'm completely wrong in that one. Console certainly brought the heat. I mean, it's why it's in the name, right? I am now so excited for Smelvin Industries versus Meow. I really hope we get that one broadcast, because there was some venom spoken.
There was listen. I'm surprised we even still have a desk anymore. This felt like one of those wrestling moments where they're about to whip out the chair and just start smacking everybody down. Regardless,
Oh.
though, we're gonna move into the EU PC open tier, and so now things are maybe going to be more civilized, or it could be even less civilized. I don't know. I'm a PC player myself, Geo, and knowing a lot of PC players, it's probably going to go in the uncivilized direction, but we'll see. We'll see. Joining us though from the first joining us is the first team play. We have Chaba, the representative from their team. Chaba, how are you doing, my friend?
Yo, hello. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Listen, you have a lot on your shoulders coming from the console open tier. I'm expecting the same levels of degeneracy and anger. Not anger, but like destruction.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not worried at all, my friend. So you are going to be the first one in the EU PC open tier to choose their opponent, and you have quite a many of them to choose. This is a stacked bracket. Incredibly stacked, I'm going to say, right? There is 16 teams in here. And so you have 8 of your own choice to pick from, Chaba. That's not going to be an easy thing to do, but guess what, my friend? You got to do it.
Yeah. So looking at these teams, I recognize some names, so I'm not picking those guys. I've been told that Blood Moon is a Spanish team, and I have a Spanish player, Muse, in my team who likes to prove he's the best in Spain. So we're gonna pick Blood Moon.
What a
Okay.
good reason. I love that reason so much.
And also thank you for giving us the reason right off the bat, right? Giving us the idea behind this. And so before we go too much further, I do want to talk a little bit about how your team's season has been going and how you feel that things have been.
I think overall our season's been going good. We lost one match, which was pretty close in a 3-2 series. Mostly because we haven't played together in a long time. Like we're all players from a different team. We have Twirls who's on EXO right now. We have a player Muse on Sure Cold. Mostly scattered around. But overall it's been going good. Like I'm pretty happy with what's going on.
Hey, I'd be pretty happy about that as well. And so joining us from the Blood Moon side of the pond, we have Gabriel 99194. I hope you don't mind if I just call you Gabriel. They are going to go up against Play. So Gabriel, my question to you and Blood Moon is, how's that feel? You're going up against one of the best teams in the EU PC open tier.
So, okay, hello, first of all, hello. Tonight, here in Spain. We are really scared. I'm really excited because we love to play against strong teams. We really like that. And it's really an honor for us to play against Play.
I love that. I that just tells me that you're in it for the fun of the game and for the competition with that.
Yeah, we as a team really like to play competitive, but competitively speaking. But we always want to play against the best ones, learn from our mistakes, and keep improving.
Okay. And another topic to discuss, Gabriel, is how the season has gone for Blood Moon. Has things been living up to your expectations, and how does it feel to be in the playoffs?
Well, that was this is curious because it was such a surprise for us because we didn't expect it. We didn't expect to be here at all, but we are here and we really like this opportunity, and we're gonna make it right.
Big
Nice.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, talking about opportunity, we'll just talk about briefly the season expectations. You know, for play, obviously some of your players are also wrapped up in OWCS business and they're quite busy. But how has this season of CGL lived up to the expectations you had?
So we knew that CGL was gonna be a long journey. Like it's really long tournament. But knowing that we only have to play like one game a week was pretty comforting. Knowing that we have players in OWCS or like busy with other teams. We also like expected a lot from ourselves in this tourney, and I think with the players we have, that's like normal to expect a lot. Like, and yeah, we're happy with the result right now.
And Gabriel, we'll ask you that same question, my friend.
We didn't expect it much, but as we keep playing, we're just improving. We're watching every replay, and we're getting excited, and it was fun. And the most important thing for us is that this CGL, it was really fun for us, and it was a great opportunity for improving.
Hey, improving, getting better, learning is all the fundamentals that you need to be one of the best teams. And here in the playoffs, to me, that does signal that. And so a big thank you to Chaba and to Gabriel 99194 for joining us on the broadcast. Very excited to get into your games when we start them on the playoffs.
Good luck.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
guys. Good luck, Gabriel.
Good luck.
Yeah, what is this? We had that
Yeah,
was like
respect.
civility, respect, love.
Well, apart from the reason that it's because Muse wants to prove that the best in Spain, that's quite an ego-based decision, but that was quite respectful. That was nice to hear. That was
I
a change
know,
of pace as well.
it's like a palate cleanser before we get into the next ones.
Yeah.
Because well, hey, you know what? We saw them in the EU console open tier, and now we're gonna see them again here in the EU PC open tier. None other than MME Overwatch once more. They chose their opponents previously, Scum Squad over there in the console open tier, but obviously different teams, different opponents, different mindset with being on PC to go along with it.
It is. Yeah, we're searching for them. We're hunting for them.
How do we lose them? We just had them.
I will. If you think about it, you know, MME, they came, they said what they wanted to say, they went away, you know. So maybe the PC open tier is just like that we also have that one, but you know the console is the most important one.
I guess
in their mind.
Yeah, our MME Overwatch representative just like hit the timeout card and they're just gone. They did their job. All right. Well, Headrammer is telling us that we have just lost MMA Overwatch, so we'll come back to them at a later time, which stinks for them, Gio, because now they don't get to choose second in the pick'ems, and so now this could completely change the whole entirety of the landscape. So instead, we're going to skip over them and go into Sheer Cold. NKZ is now joining us. NKZ, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. How are you?
Well, I can't complain. Not when you ask me questions like that. You're the first person who's asked me how I'm doing. Nobody ever asks the host how they're doing. So you already get like extra points from me. And this is also going to be me asking you now, NKZ, as the representative for Sheer Cold, who you want to choose to be your opponent, your first opponent in the playoffs. And you still have a veritable juicy selection of teams to go from.
I'll go for the Moggers. You know, I can't get outmogged out here. It's kind of can't be happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we lost to them once in somewhere. Not really sure where,
Okay.
but I can't let that slide. Can't let that slide. Gotta beat them.
Oh, you got to beat them. No, all right. Now joining us from the Moggers party team, we have the representative Nevs. Nevs, they're looking for blood. They're looking for the rematch. Are you gonna let that happen?
Sure. I
Oh,
think
you're gonna
we
let
can
that
win
happen.
again.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
No. Not
Yeah,
happening.
we can win again.
No.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Listen, this is what we've been waiting for on the stream, right?
I was going to say I don't think we can.
Surely
have that happen yet.
we can just say like we can just make an agreement that we play against each other again.
Yeah. Okay, we got a little overexcited there. I got a little overexcited there. I'm a
That one's
moron
up to
myself.
Headrammer. So
Yeah, that one's
we're
up to
not-
Headrammer. Unfortunately, in KZ, you can't choose.
Oh my lord.
Oh well.
Yeah, I was like, this would be a really good matchup.
In
I'm
another
sorry,
world.
Mogger. I'm sorry, in
In
KZ. I'm
another
sorry, chat.
world.
I'm sorry, stream. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm a bad host. But what you can choose from is the list from the bottom seeds.
Yes.
Which you have 7 of them.
Which are those? Is it
So
like
you-
Black Diamonds and
Good.
MME Overwatch and stuff?
So you have like
Tread Gaming, FMT, Chaos Co, Gas Tier Free is not a job, Eris Hex, Coach Cuffy, and Bears.
Those
Gio,
dudes. I see.
you got to say the full name. TikTok.com/Coach Cuffy. Okay.
I'm lazy. What can I say?
The Tread Gaming Esports Captain Prash.
Oh, okay.
He's got to get
Okay.
in the voice chat though. Let me get him in. Is it
He's
a
in a
comp
comp
game?
game? Are you
Prash.
Oh my
serious?
god.
Come
What is
on,
going on here?
Prash.
Well, now we know where this
I was gonna hype Prash up as well, but no hype packet for Prash playing comp during the picking stream.
Yeah, talk all the trash you want in KZ.
Yeah, pop off, King.
Well, I haven't lost to him once. I think ever in officials. I don't think it'll ever happen in my entire career. So I don't think it'll be that hard of a game. The only reason I really picked him is I think it's Tread on their team. They have the Tread in the name, you know. So it's like he's like he got picked in the 2 peps, you know. I tried for peps too, so I was like, damn, you know, he got picked over me. People think he's better than me. Can't let that slide, obviously. So you know, I would like to play him and show that I am better than him. That's all really is ego contest.
Is it Sheer Cold or are you running the new Sheer Cold roster from OWCS or still like Exodial, Well, and you?
We're running the old share code roster I got into stage 1, like top 8. So it should be good. I think we'll be fine with that roster.
If I had to play the Prash advocate then, since he's not here, I feel like Prash should probably bring up Epic 41, where on stage his team beat the Sheer Cold core. What went wrong? Obviously, they weren't under the Sheer Cold banner. They were just their core. I think Grill Masters are going by. What would be the response to that?
Well, we were like missing 2 players, including me, Zodiel and me. I think 2 of the more important players during that time were not available. So we had like Skyzer, which is basically just our monkey player, our amazing player, and we were missing our main hit scan, which was Zodiel. So I think we were lacking some of our strengths there. Like Will and Condi, they're both filling the flex DPS role, so it was not comfort picks whatsoever. And it would be much easier, I think, if me and Zodiel are both playing as well. And I don't think they stand a singular chance against us.
Oh, I love that confidence. All right. Well, unfortunately, it looks like we don't currently have Prash. Maybe we'll get Prash in later and have a chat. But that's how you've chosen. Okay, just to really quickly wrap this one up, looking at the CGL season, obviously a lot of the squad, if not all of them, have had OWCS stuff going on as well. But how has the CGL season lived up to your expectations for it?
Well, to be honest, we have not really focused on it because of everything is going on at the same time, basically. It's been more of a it's on the side and it's less important, I'd say, than the OWCS, right? The stages, because it's like the main tournament. But we have we would not let it slide in a way that we wouldn't like just lose games, right? I think we lost the NEF team, which was quite a depressing loss, I would say. That's not a team we should ever lose to ever, which we did. I think no one was really playing like correctly, and no one really tried that game, which was kind of annoying for me, like as the caller. But I think now that it's actually going to the end, like where the games become more important, this like the more we will try to win, and the more effort we'll put into it. And a lot of players are now more available as well for CGL, since they're not into the stage 2.
All right, well, gonna be firing on all cylinders here very soon in KZ. So I know we're excited for Sheer Cold and how they're going to perform in the playoffs. Unfortunately, I am a little sad we didn't get Prash in here to have that smack talk and the inflammatory words or whatever may be happening here. But thank you so much for joining us in KZ. I'm good luck to you and good luck to your team.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
GG's.
Yeah,
Gio.
now we need the clown Captain Prash image to just be in the corner of the screen for the rest of the broadcast.
I 100% agree with you on that. But now we're going to roll back the clock just a second here. We finally did manage to get our representative from MME Overwatch. And I apologize if I butcher your name. I do genuinely apologize. But joining us is Yortborn? Yortbon? Oh, I made them leave.
Oh, you've insulted him. Come on, Sam. We talked about this.
I'm going to call you Bonnie. Bonnie! I made them leave.
Hello,
Gio.
I'm here.
Hello.
Did I insult your
Hello.
honor so much that it made you leave the Discord?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did that by accident.
Oh, no, it's okay. As long as I just so I know that I didn't butcher your name so badly that you just dropped out.
No.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Now, Bon, I'm going to ask you a very important question here. Okay. You are now in firm control of choosing from the bottom seeds your team that you're going to be going up against. AFMT, Chaos Co., Gas T3 is not a job, Arius Hex, Coach Cuffy, and Baiters.
All right. Those names are actually not too familiar for me, but I've been told by my team that I should choose the TikTok team.
Okay.
TikTok.com/@Coach Cuffy. Is it just because of the link, because of the TikTok name?
I have no clue. I'm not informed at all. My team just told me that I have to pick the TikTok team.
What sentence? Pick the TikTok team.
I'm
Oh
wondering.
yeah,
if
Coach Cuffy. Yeah, it is Coach Cuffy.
Yeah, Coach Cuffy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we are in these moments right now, Gio. I think where teams are like, I just want to be on TikTok now, I guess.
Yeah, we're having less like vicious like blood reasons for these choices. More, I want to play that team. So beyond the name and the rest of the teams, looking at the playoffs and the top level, what teams are going to give MME the biggest challenge? Who's on your radar for the biggest challenge?
I don't think many of the teams are going to be a challenge for us.
Oh, not even play?
No.
Not even Sheer Cold.
Yeah, we're very confident.
I mean, that has been the simplest, most concise answer I've gotten. No explanation. We are number one. I respect that, honestly, Bon. I think that when you come in with these with sort of the swagger and you're ready to show off against the enemy, all the heck, more power to you, my friend. This is something that I'm excited to really dive deep into when we go throughout the playoffs itself.
Yeah, I mean, MME, you're in 2 divisions, right? Is it the same exact roster in both divisions?
I think so.
Wow.
It is my team, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't know. Yeah, I was hoping you know.
I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know the exact
Okay.
rosters.
I mean that's just impressive in itself. 2 tiers, and you're this confident in both of them. Like, goddamn.
It's it just goes to show you, I think, the level of support this organization has, Gio, and especially to yourself, Bon, and the ways that you're able to bring out the best and the talent that you bring on, and just the eye in general that you have for your talent and the players that are playing on there. And so, Bon, I guess expectations for the season, how have they been for you, and have you met and or exceeded them?
I'd say we've met most expectations, I think.
That's a fair enough reason. I'm gonna be honest here. And I think we have our representative joining us in from the Coach Cuffy team. We have Sonder in here. Now, Sonder, you're going up against one of the best teams in the, or I apologize, Bond, the best team in
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say.
EUPC Open tier. Sonder, any words of confidence for you and the Coach Cuffy team?
We are incredibly confident. We are in the situation where we have one of our players has randomly flown to Vietnam. One of our players that was originally supposed to be here went to the hospital, so they couldn't be here. Another one of them went to Spain. So
Already
another one of
coming
them
up with excuses.
Has stopped playing Overwatch and plays League full time. So we are incredibly confident because this means we will be on another creative plane.
The League to
stuff we
Overwatch
will-
pipeline is very real.
Yeah, the stuff we will pull out you will never seen before, and it will completely blow our competition out of the water to the point where they will have no clue what to do against us, and we will just straight up win. So I'm not even worried.
Sonder, it sounds like you're going in with the strategy of we don't know what we're doing, so our opponent can in no way know what we're doing.
To the highest degree. If you follow tiktok.com/Coach Coffee, he's renowned for his strategic coaching videos.
Genius. Yeah.
So we are banking on that.
Coach Cuffy is going to be working overtime, it feels like,
Yes.
to fill in the gap. So, Bon, is this just increasing the confidence levels of MME Overwatch?
I mean, I guess so. I think so. We were already confident, but now that we're hearing this, I guess it's gonna be even easier.
Yeah, one of the players went to Vietnam to escape you, so
So, Sonder, sans the playoff roster, I guess explosion. How has the season been for you and your team? Did you guys have an enjoyable time, and did it live up to your expectations?
We've had really fun. We're literally a ragtag team of some random players put in the roster at 6 a.m. On the night of. So we are very happy with the season so far, and I think all of us have had a lot of fun, despite some of us not enjoying Overwatch as much as we've used to in the past. This has been like a sort of comeback of enjoyment, so it's been really nice.
That's good. I like that. I do. Overwatch has been slowly and steadily making those changes, I think, in the right direction, that a lot of people are enjoying the game again, and it's really, really fun to see. But thank you to MME Overwatch, Bon, and to tiktok.com/Coach Coffee. Sonder. I know, right? I feel like we should get paid at this point. Our producer is saying that this is really good free advertisement. Anyways, thank you two for joining us on the broadcast. Good luck to you, and good luck during your playoffs.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Gio, I
real
think
quick,
wait, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, real quick, we're gonna get Captain Prashin, who was too busy playing a comp game to talk to little old us.
Now, Prash, the most important question. The most important question. Did you win?
Yes, I did. It went to an overtime.
Okay, good.
All right. Listen,
was
if
it
you lost-
expected or was it reversal?
Expected.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. We
Listen,
still take those.
Yeah, if you lost, then that would have been a completely different story. We would have had to forfeit your playoff game, but thankfully you won. No, I'm just kidding. But you are going up against, however, Sheer Cold, who they were NKZ was so ready to clown on you that you were in the comp game, so they didn't get a chance to. But now you get to fire back at Sheer Cold.
I ain't really got much to say personally. I'm thinking about this on the fly. He did join the VC right afterwards saying where was I, but all I'm gonna say is
I let my hands do the talking. I'm gonna let the rest of my other boys' hands do the talking. And as long as you can back the talk, you better walk the walk, because we're gonna take you to a good series.
These are the kind of these are the kind of words that make me look forward to the future, Gio.
Yeah, these are words coming out of the mouth of a two-time Epic Land champion as well.
Come on.
And in terms of your expectations you had for the CGL season, how has it lived up to those expectations?
It's been a little scuffed. I'm not gonna lie, because I mean, we've all kind of just entered into like kind of play to chill and like vibe with each other, and especially when like during the groups or so, or at least like up until now, we've been like a bit busy individually, so it's just like most of the time we've been playing with our subs, and it's just been a little scuffed. And even one of the matches we had to forfeit because we were at a LAN. So I mean, it's been a little weird, to be fair. But I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone else is individually competent. Everyone else, like either whether they're still playing the game or being scrim warriors, etc. I mean, we're still capable enough to show up and win. So I mean, I'm not really stressed. Neither are the rest of my boys. I mean, it's pretty chill.
Sick.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Well, Captain Prash, don't want to keep you on here for too long, because I'm sure you want to jump into another comp game and start destroying another one. But I mean, looking back at how the season's been going and everything, and just how the team is feeling during these playoffs,
Mhm.
everything that has culminated now, is it everything that your team was hoping for?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for the most part. I mean, we knew that we were gonna make it to this part of the stage, like for sure. I mean, if we didn't, then we would have had to do a reality check of ourselves. But I mean, other than that, it was just pickle chilling, vibing on from here. To be fair, I mean, we show up, we win. I mean, if we don't, it happens. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna go down swinging. At least I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, I saw you vibing on that stage. What was it? Horrocks had posted on Twitter.
No, that edit is crazy. That edit is so crazy. I know it's AI generated, and oh man.
There's a
I saw,
Nevix one as well.
I saw it. I was eating food. I coughed all of that out, man. It was just like, no way. I've just seen this on my timeline. Like, there's just no way.
Yeah, Horrocks' Twitter game is unrivaled, to be fair.
Nah, I mean, he did that as a response from the official that I had against him the other day in the EWCS qualifier for the Riyadh World Cup. We went to like a overtime, and it was like last fight scenario. We both beat it at the same time. He Ajaxed, and I landed my beat. And this guy during the official was just perma like, he was like to Theo, because Theo basically makes like content for like a YouTube channel, and he was just like, oh, you need to teach your teammate how to land a beat. Fast forward a few maps later, this guy Ajaxes himself. So a lot of yappa. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, Captain Prash, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck to you and your team in the playoffs. We're very, very eager to see just how far you and your team can push it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, Gio,
Whoa.
what an EU PC Open tier this has been so far, my
we're even
friend.
having shots thrown at people that aren't in CGL.
I know. This is
getting
too
wild.
much. This is too much for me. It may not be too much though for our next team and our next representative, Black Diamonds. New Retin, welcome. And how are you doing today, my friend?
Good morning, brother. Good morning, Samuel talking, and George. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm liking the energy you're exuding. I'm feeling
Thank you, brother.
I'm feeling like you're ready to tell us who your opponent is going to be. Your choices being AFMT, Chaos Co, Gas T3 is not a job, Arius Hex, and Baiters.
Of course. First thing I want to say is that I am off shift right now. So normally I would be at the construction site, but for this interview I had to go away. So not a problem though.
Okay.
So the teams are, I do not know any of these teams. I have to be humble and I have to be honest with you, brother. Looking at these teams, we see, I don't see anything, as I said, but I think Baiters is a good one. I think Baiters is a very good one. I think they are the weakest, and my balls have not grown since I was 13, so I will choose them, since we are very scared.
Whoa, wild last sentence. I don't know how to move on from that one. But what I will say is, of all teams and all tiers, there's one team that I'm most likely to be genuinely biased in favor of, and that is Baiters.
Hi, Geo.
Hello, Jess. Baiters might be the team I've scrimmed the most out of my casting career, so I'm excited to see you now in CGL.
For some reason, Baiters just won't quit. We're still here. We're still kicking. I think it's 3 years now, scrimming. So, yeah. I did not think we'd be here in playoffs by any means, but happy to be here.
Oh, yeah.
I respect you coming up here, Baiters. You know, you have been as a team very long, but for us it is like kicking a kid out of a wheelchair. So it will be a very nice match for us.
Whoa.
Woo!
It is my analogy. I can change, no problem. We can reverse back in time.
Yeah, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
Never even happened. Never even happened.
Let's maybe
Okay.
kicking someone in the shin, I think, is a better terminology. That would be a good one. You find the weak link.
I misspoke.
and we kick him in the shin. Now,
luckily for Baiters, we are an off meta have fun squad. So regardless of the SR we come up against, we'll match it and we'll do what we do.
All right. Well, hey,
Yes,
you know what? That kind of energy is something that I think we can all need, and we can all enjoy. Almost fell out of my chair. Nobody saw that. Now, New Retin, I'm getting excited here. Okay, all of this smack talk and all of these words have just made me like almost fall.
Of course.
On the edge of your seat. That's why.
I really was at the edge of my seat.
I am being honest and humble, brother.
Well, New Retin, I want some of your honesty and your humbleness with this question coming up. How has the expectations for Black Diamonds been this season? Have they been met? Have they been maybe a little bit not in the way you were going, or have they been in the way that you thought and the team thought they were going to go?
So right, brother. Every week it is like a new experience. Nobody knows when the tournament is gonna be in our team, and it is like we are playing a new tournament. Nobody knows what's going on. Every team we have played so far, it was good opportunity for me to get away from my girlfriend for 2 hours, which is very nice. And each and every time I do play this tournament, I have my massage session scheduled every time. So I have my Singaporean mate, and he takes care of me. The expectations for this season, I do not know what the expectations were, brother, but we wanted to see some good matches. And especially, I want to shout out Thread Gaming Esports. Even if you don't win, and you will not win, brother, I can sponsor you a treadmill. You will need.
My God.
I will also give shout out to Sheer Colt. Your whole team has not won anything since 2016, brothers. And I want to say that there is a homeless guy outside my house. He has more earnings than you, which is not a problem.
It's like the gift that I don't know if it keeps on giving. I'm not sure anymore. So Jess, we're gonna come over to you. We're gonna I want to know about the Baiters, how their season has been, how things have been feeling for your team.
Hey, listen, it was perfect, and now we're here, and now it feels crazy. But no, season has been good. We always have fun. Every week it's just fun to get together to have a competitive match. Biggest highlights of the season for us have been 2 reverse sweeps, that are, to me, kind of the ultimate bit of Overwatch, of like when you get a good reverse sweep against a really talented team. 2 of them, I guess. But yeah, all the boys were just having fun.
All right. Hey, that's all you can really ask for out of Overwatch. And as long as you're having fun, as long as you're having a good time, to me, that's a successful mission accomplished. So I do want to say a big thank you to both Black Diamonds, New Retin, the representative from there, and to Baiters, Jess, for joining us on the broadcast.
Could I say one more thing?
Sure.
Of course. Okay. To every team that plays against us from now, I want the honorary title, and I wish to be called this. I want you to call me Double Spice Daddy Nuretin, and then you can speak to me. I am just being humble, and it is my request. Thank you.
And I'll just promise that that's never gonna happen from Baiters. All right.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having us.
Thank you to
Thank
both
you
of our
for joining.
teams. Good luck to you and your playoffs, debaters and Black Diamonds. Gio, what just happened? What just happened?
Yeah, I feel like some like wrestling character has just walked on and did a promo and everyone like I did not expect that. But you know what? Respect the humbleness coming out of Black Diamonds there, as they put it.
Well, there's a lot of that. That is for sure. So
Samuel
now
talks.
yeah, hey, you know what, Gio? We are going to talk to our next representative, EF. I'm going to enjoy saying this name, Flex Odiax.
Yep.
Lunar, how are you doing, my friend? It's good to have you on here.
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
After last,
I'm trying to cool down.
Yeah, he was pretty. Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some intensity.
Character.
Yeah, very much character.
All right, so we are going to go into your pick'ems for your team now. You do have still 4 choices left: AFMT, Chaos Co, Gas T3 is not a job, and Arius Hex. Which one is going to be your opponent?
Chaos Co, I think.
Chaos
Yeah,
Co.
we'll do those. Yeah, Chaos Co.
All right, and what's the reasoning behind this team? It's just a grudge, easy matchup. What's going on?
I honestly don't know. We got one guy called Slayer on that team. I think he works for Everfrost, which is of course what our team plays for. So maybe some fun games with him. Also just a free game, to be honest. Not much they can do against us.
Now we managed to grab Chaos Co's representative.
Hello.
They're saying there's nothing that you guys can do against Flex Zodiacs. Is that true?
Well, I don't think so. I think we will see when the time comes. I think we are a pretty good team, and we're not really. I think we are kind of the underdog here, but I think personally our team has a really good potential to win the match against them because they have no info about us, and I think the chances are pretty high for us to win the match.
Oh.
Okay.
A little bit of a rebuttal there.
You'd like to think.
Well, Fluxodia, is this the same roster as the current OWCS squad then? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same roster.
So you guys, like last stage, you were kind of like doing a bit of both. A lot of teams are like doing that kind of like the dichotomy of having CGL and also being able to play no WCS. Is in terms of like your expectations for CGL in particular as a team, how has it lived up to your expectations? Is there something you've improved on, learned about, etc.?
I mean, like first, honestly, all games have been pretty easy. There's just been a bunch of easy games or forfeits. The only real challenge was like the first game, because we had, of course, Sonny coming in from NA with both ping and I think it was like the 5th day he's been playing with the team or something. So of course some synergy. And then of course we also got the mid-season finals, which we also had like OWCS in. So we won the first 2 maps and we proved the point. So no reason to win this. Exclamation mark play can just have their fun. So there should not be any challenge left.
All right. This is strong words. Strong words. What about for Chaos Co? How's the season went compared to your expectations?
I think it went pretty alright. I think a lot of people got scared, so they put in a buy and they don't want to play against us. So that is a bummer. I would love to play against most teams, but we were not getting most fights going, even though I would love to. But we will see how it goes against Luna's team.
Okay. All right. Well, to Flex Zodiacs, EF Flex Zodiacs, and to Chaos Co, we want to say a big thank you to joining us on the broadcast. I'm very excited to see how both of these teams are going to go in the playoffs, and very excited to see this matchup itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep. Let's see.
Sam, I'm still not over being called George.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, George? It's okay, buddy. You're okay.
It's not my name.
It is now. It is now, George. No. We love you, Gio. We got a right name. Hey, I'm Samuel Talks. So
Samuel Talks and George. Yes.
Anyways, we got Moggers on here now with Nevs. Nevs, what is up? How are you doing, my friend?
Yo, hello. I'm doing good.
Hey, that's good to hear. You got a team to pick now. You still have a few choices left, not as many as there used to be. But there is AFMT, Gas T3 is not a job, and Arius Hex.
Yeah, I already know who I'm gonna pick because I talked to them in the voice already. So I'm gonna pick Gas Tier 3.
Wait.
Oh.
What was going on in the voice chat though
We were
that
just like,
specifically made you choose them?
they told me the roster and then I just knew I had to pick them.
What's in the roster? What was
I don't know.
what was-
Some names. I don't know.
you don't know?
Just
Gio, I'm getting sus on this right now.
Yeah, I need to check the roster right now.
Well, actually, we did get we do have Nevix in here. Gas T3 is not a job. Nevix, what's going on with that roster that Nevs is like, all right, easy.
Oh, Ala was it, bro? Ryan Mirror incoming. Like,
true.
Actually, just get a brawl matchup going.
We're gonna have brawl matchup
in 2024. Really?
In the year of our Lord 2024. I can't. So basically, what's about to happen with this, with these two teams going up against each other, is that it's about to be a brick wall impacting a brick wall.
Yeah, we have 2 Ryan players, but both of us are Ryan players.
So,
oh my god, we're gonna see Reinhardt again.
You have to try and hold off the duel until like Char gets buffed in a couple days.
True.
I mean, yeah. So we do hear some of saw some of the changes that Reinhardt is getting. That shatter does that make your Reinhardt players happy, or does it make the Reinhardt in you happy?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be Ryan Meta next season.
All right,
it's the biggest copium I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now the question is, what needs to change to Ryan to make him good again?
I don't know. Too much.
Maybe like
too much.
Too much.
So,
like, I don't know.
Give him wings.
Yeah, and then you
yeah, like you can charge into the sky or some shit.
Yeah, he needs to be able to fly. I don't know why Reinhardt hasn't been able to fly yet. I think that would really change the whole landscape of being a tank on its head. Now, Nevs, we'll start off with you and on the side of Moggers. How has the season been going? Has everything been living up to your expectations? And how are the playoffs? How are you feeling about the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it has been going pretty well. Like, we beat Sheer Colts in a pretty close match, which was pretty good. We didn't expect that. And then against the one-man army team, we had to FF, so like we played that match, we could have maybe gotten first seed even in our group. So I think it was pretty good until now. And then like for the playoffs, I obviously want to play against Sheer Cold again and want to win against them again because they kind of egoed me. Fucking NKZ egoed me a bit. But yeah, I think we have a pretty good chance.
All right. I'm starting to see the vision here for Moggers, and it's looking like a pretty good one. Now for Gas Tier 3 is not a job. Nevix, same question to you. How has the season gone? How is the playoffs looking? How are you feeling about everything in general?
I think where we stand in our group is a bit lower than we thought because we've had to FF a couple of games here and there. Availability. Because our team currently aren't together anymore, so just coming together for this tournament and then this goodbye, I think, for us.
Oh, a last hurrah.
Yeah.
That makes me a little sad to hear, but I'm sure we'll still see a lot of hopefully something out of these players or something out of them at the very least.
Yeah, to be fair, Tier 3 doesn't actually exist anymore right now, so
yeah.
I don't want to talk about that. No. We'll let's not bring the mood down here, Gio. Okay, we're all happy, we're all excited for some CGL Overwatch EU PC open tier. You got to bring a tear to my eye before we even get towards the end of this broadcast. But to both of our teams, Gas Tier 3 is not a job, and Moggers, we do wish you good luck on your playoffs, and I know that we are all very much anticipating this matchup.
Okay, thanks.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Gio, man, you punched me in the gut with that one.
Sorry, it just sometimes it'll release from me a little bit of a rant here and there. I always find myself going onto the Reinhardt podcast in that moment, but I saw myself actually. Okay, brief side rant. What about like a fire strike? It's a new fire strike ability. I don't know what button it would be on, but it's like horizontal. So it's like more of a finishing cleave, and it's on a longer cooldown. I don't know. I'm spitballing. I don't know what I'm saying.
What if we just like turn it into an X, right? Instead of just vertical or horizontal, it's just both diagonal. It's an X that's being thrown out.
Yeah, or
I
like
don't know how he does that,
give Reinhardt a Barrett 50 cal, and he's just like a sniper now. I don't really know.
And he's just shooting giant hammers. He's shooting his hammer.
Yes.
No, he
yes,
needs a
yes.
retractable hammer. That's what he needs. It needs to be like the Junker Queen knife, but he can grapple hook it back in.
That's actually such a smart idea.
or it acts like a grapple hook, and he gets pulled towards it. Okay.
We are cooking.
We are
Yes.
cooking out here. Lotus, we do apologize. Joining us is now the Ignites representative. We had to go on a quick Reinhardt tangent to
no
try and
worries.
improve the hero. But you are now our second to last team, so you still have a choice of 2 teams.
Yeah, I think we'll take Hex.
Oh, you're gonna take Arius Hex? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the?
But I
what's
mean,
the?
I think the other team has console players, and it's not fun playing against that, like aim assist.
Oh.
You want a challenge, is what I'm hearing. here.
Anti-console bias.
No, we don't want the. Wait, I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I want. We
You
want
you
PC
want the
players.
you want the fair challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
The console players have aim assist against PC.
I don't think
players?
they do.
Yeah, they
right?
do. They do. They do. They
Oh,
do
they
it
do?
in
Right.
CGL. Yeah. It's not fun.
Oh.
It's like our
Really?
only loss, I think, was
Huh.
MME.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Plug in my gamepad.
We are
next time.
learning.
Yeah, I'm plugging in the gamepad next time I play PC Overwatch. Oh wow!
Wow.
Okay, you've never even seen me
Oh.
play Overwatch, Headramer. How would you know? My producer is actually throwing down the SmackDown against me.
Actually, you're getting flamed.
Anyways, now joining us from the Arius Hex side of the fence, we have Agapito. Now, Agapito, you are going up against Lotus. This is a sort of a little bit closer in the seating arrangements, but how is the general vibe going up against this team?
As I remember, I think we played against them in the group stage and we lost. So I think I'm kinda excited because we can maybe revenge if we play good. So yeah, I kinda like my opponent.
Okay.
Nice.
I did that. Gio, I'm gonna leave this one to you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, and now we're like, now we're at the level where we now know all the matchups for the playoffs now for this tier with this choice. Looking at your season history, looking at how it's lived up to expectations and going on to the playoffs, how has the experience of this season of CGL lived up to those expectations, and how do you think this playoffs is going to go for your team?
I think that we are gonna do better on playoff because I think we could have done better on group stages, but we have the OCS coming up, so we didn't focus too much on the CGL. Like I think we forfeit like 2 matches, and we didn't expect, to be honest, to be on playoffs. But I think it's a good opportunity for us to become a better team. So I think we are kind of prepared for the playoffs to do a good job, I think.
Okay. I can respect that. And I guess Lotus Ignites the same question. Sorry, Ignites. Same question over to you, my friend.
What was the question again? Sorry, I didn't.
Gio, I'm gonna let you rephrase it.
Yeah. It was basically just how has this season lived up to the expectations you had for it, and what does that mean for your playoffs run?
I mean, I think it was good. Not really much to say. It was fun. Like we got a lot of experience from it, and yeah, I hope playoffs goes the same way as groups.
Nice. Is there
Okay.
anything you've learned as a team that you've improved on since the beginning?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Hey,
Okay, that's good.
being able to
Always
take those
learning.
improvements, yeah, always learning, always adapting and overcoming is a hallmark landmark of these competitive teams. And I know that we're all very, very much eager to see how both our two teams,
Yes.
Arius Hex and Lotus, are going to be doing in their playoffs. So good luck to both of you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Sam,
Alright.
I've just seen who we're talking to next.
Yeah, I know, right? We're getting back on. No, we're getting back on none other than the fantastic duo themselves. I can't believe this happened, by the way. This is just like a complete coincidence. But we saw them here in the EU console open tier, and now we've got them back in the EU PC open tier. So joining us is once again NAO from Smelvin Industries. NAO, it's been like what, 30 minutes? I'd ask how you're doing, but I mean, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a bit confused because we won 7 games and we are below the seeding on a team that won 6 games, which is I don't really know how that makes sense. But you know, you gotta deal with the cards you're given. It will beat the team anyway, so it's like whatever. But you know, okay, yeah, my bad then. Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
group seeding. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it all
Yeah,
sorted
that's
out.
my
Like
fault.
almost.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
goodness we have Headrammer in here. Otherwise, I may not have survived the other side of this call. So, NAO, unfortunately, you are the last of the top seeds to be able to choose their team. So that means there really is only one team. But I do want to give you the opportunity to pick, even though you know what has already been picked. And that
AFMT.
Whoa!
John Dave. John Dave.
What a surprise! And joining us is Eridax from AFMT. Eridax, what crazy to see you again here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised we got picked last. I mean, I was talking to some of the other PC teams in the waiting room, and yeah, pretty much all of them just did not want to pick us. So it makes a lot of sense.
Wait, why is that though? Is
Yeah,
it?
they were scared of the console teams. They were all scared.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking. That's literally what they said. They do not play the console teams because they know. Like I don't blame them. They do know. But
yeah, no. The only reason we're in the lower bracket as well is because due to because we have like our whole roster is essentially NA. Sometimes we have like days where they can't play due to school and stuff, so we have to forfeit a couple PC games. Like we'd rather forfeit the PC games than the console games, so that's the only reason why I'm in the lower bracket.
Okay, so we're getting interesting thought process when it comes behind the strategies of being in two different platform tiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same roster for both
Yeah, the
console?
exact same roster, yeah.
So an NA team is top seeded in console open tier for
Yeah,
EU.
so yeah.
What is my region doing? what? How's this happened?
NAO, you got to give us an explanation here, buddy. What's going on?
there's only 3 teams, including them, that have. I said before, there's only 3 teams. They're one of them who have anything going for them at all. Like the rest of them are terrible. There's nothing to really say. I can't back them up. They're just not very good. Well, but it's just true.
Gio, are you okay, buddy? Are you the NA dominance?
No, I'm rebelling against this. But honing back into the PC Open tier, obviously you've talked about you had some issues with scheduling and stuff. I mean, that's going to happen when you're crossing regions like that. But both of your teams are only like a few different seeding levels away from each other, so you're kind of like in that similar kind of middle of the pack. So your expectations against each other, and what are your expectations mainly against the rest of the playoffs going forward? How far do both of you think that your team can go in this tier's playoffs?
I think there are actually quite a few good teams on the PC side. Like the first seed play, I know they're like mostly contenders, and then you have like a team like Sheer Cold, that are quite decent as well. There was another one as well that I forgot the name of. I think it was Moggers, that they're quite decent. But other than that, it should be a pretty free sale. Like even last season, we found pretty much the whole bracket quite easy. We just got into a peculiar scenario where we didn't really have to give our all in order to win the finals due to like a completely separate reason. But when it comes to like this time with how all the hand cam stuff is working, we would like not really have that opportunity where we don't really have to try, like we have to give our all. So I think if we were to give our all, I don't think there's a single team other than potentially the contenders one and MME that would face us like a big issue. But I do think that even the PC side, the finals will be MME versus AFMT again.
Smelvin, NAO, they just threw down a comp against your team.
Well, I mean, I gotta be honest. They beat us last time they played us, and they beat us the time before they played us. But you know, it was first time was 3-2. You know, we could have won, didn't. They beat us, fair enough. Last time was 3-0. But we really threw the first map. We really threw the first map. But it's 4 games. You can do. I said before, half an hour all it took to beat them. If the things fall our way with the boss we've got now, maybe beat these guys in 20 minutes instead. So we'll see how it goes.
We're back to the timer again.
There we go. Timer's out.
This is a metaphor for life, Geo. You can never escape time itself, and
time beats all.
Time does beat all. Well, we do want to say a big thank you though to Smelvin Industries and to AFMT, Eridax, and NAO. It was good seeing you two again, and it's good to be able to have a chance to see you two play each other in the playoffs. Gio, I'm not taking any questions away from you though, right? Anything else you want to ask?
Nothing burning. I think both these teams have stated their purpose, and I'm really excited for all EU tiers, particularly the open tier, because there's so much competition. There's what was that, 16 teams in the playoffs? That's a massive bracket, Sam.
That massive indeed. And so whatever happens here, it's not going to be an easy journey, I don't think, for any of our teams. So a good luck to you, NAO, and a good luck to you, Eridax. We want to see how far you can take it all.
Cheers.
Gio, we did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Went through all of the teams in the EU Masters, EU Console Open Tier, and the EU PC Open Tier. It has been a long road, but it is at its end.
Yeah, we've had timers, we've had FMT saying that it's going to be them and MME in the finals of a tier that has sheer cold play, Flex Zodiacs in it. The sheer confidence. We've kicked babies. I've been called George.
Yeah.
You've been called Samuel Talks.
It has been a journey. It has been a journey. I was not expecting this from the pick'ems, and I mean, I got flamed by our producer. Oh, I didn't see that one coming, Gio. But
what rank are you in Overwatch? That's right. I'm throwing this on them.
Listen, my Overwatch rank, I don't play as much Overwatch as I should. I play another FPS game that I'm not going to bring up, but oh my gosh.
Sam's basically saying that he's going to focus on the Marvel game when it comes out.
Listen, I'm a DPS player in Overwatch. I'm Plat right now, Plat 5, so
well, it could be worse, right? There's ranks lower than Plat, Sam.
I mean, if I put in the time, if I put in the effort, I'd easily be top 500. But then, where would that leave everyone else? I would just be. Hold up my Twitter.
Oh, we've pulled up the Twitter. Oh, what is that game?
Oh, that's not Gio. I swear it's not what it looks like. That's the new game mode in Overwatch 2. It's called
it's Clash.
Mind your own damn business.
Oh,
That's what Oh, they're trying to like my post. Yeah. If you're gonna look at my Twitter, at least like my stuff, Headrammer. I need the
Yes.
engagement, okay?
Yes, everyone
Um,
go follow Sam for screenshots about I think that's paladins, right?
Yes, Paladins. That's the
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gio, they should also go and follow you on Twitter as well because I think that you're really cool.
I was not expecting that to pop up. I was not expecting that to pop up. Good God.
All right. Anyways, Gio, I think that's it for the stream, buddy. I think
Yeah.
that's it for the broadcast. I don't think we can end on anything better than that.
What an end. What an absolute end to well, it's been a good it's always good to talk to the teams to bring us back down to like a normal level. It's always really good to talk to these teams. I've got a little thing that I fidget with. I don't even know what this is. It's always good to talk to the teams and get to know their personalities a bit. And most of them have quite a confident outlook actually. And
they do.
There was a lot of venom spewed here in the EU region.
Yeah, there really was. I'm not shocked by it though. EU players are always some of the most spiciest players in the entire world, right? Ready to throw down at a moment's notice. We got a lot of that throughout a lot of the talks that we've had so far, and even from across this, it doesn't matter what seed you're in. These teams think they're gonna go all of the way. So that is just the level that we're witnessing. That is the level that we get to watch during the actual playoffs themselves when they start. So this is a call to all of you who are watching right now. Make sure to hit that follow button so you don't miss great content like what's happening over here on this screen of what formerly was our amazing spreadsheets. And of course, a big thank you to Headrammer, our producer in the background, for having done all of the amazing work that they did, pulling in all of the players and getting that all sorted and set up correctly. Now, we also do have the NA side of things happening in just a few hours. So once again, make sure to hit the follow button so that way you know when we have some more of those crazy shenanigans. I believe that is being helmed by Chef Billy and Dexatron. But from myself and Gio and all of us here at CGL, thank you so much for watching. We'll see all of you on the next broadcast.